What's up, guys? Welcome to Holly Scoops Moments of the Week. I'm Madison Hill.
And I am Courtney Revolution.
There was a lot of tea that went down this week, you guys. Hailey Bieber spoke out on, how she feels being compared to Justin's exes, aka we all know what ex she's talking about, Miss Selena Gomez. There was also a lot of stuff in regards to Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson with those Khloe Kardashian pregnancy rumors that she responded to. Then we have this whole other situation with Tristan and this alleged third baby mama, DNA tests, baby mama speaking out. It was a mess this week.
Madison, I thought that it was going to start maybe with Khloe maybe being pregnant. We know that was coming along, but the Tristan stuff was something that was maybe in the back of my mind, but I didn't expect it to come out with Khloe's pregnancy.
No, it was a wild, wild week. We also have a few other stories that we didn't have time to get to that we're also going to discuss. But first, you guys, let's kick it off talking about this Hailey and Selena situation. So you know that the Biebers have a new Facebook watch reality show, The Biebers, and they recently did a Facebook Live where Hailey admitted that it's been difficult for her to be compared to Justin's exes. We know that she's most likely talking about Selena Gomez. Hailey said, quote, "It's definitely not easy. Justin knows I have a hard time with the things people say and the ways people make comparisons, the way they have made me feel like less of a woman." Hailey continued sharing that although the comparisons bother her, she tries to be the bigger person. She said that she understands that the trolls who say terrible things are probably going through something bad themselves. And then Hailey also talked about her and Justin's on and off again relationship that took place before they got married, saying, quote, "People think they know, they invent details that aren't even true. There's a lot that people don't know." She said that she's now gone to the point that she's realized that she doesn't need to go out of her way to set the record straight. It's nobody's business. But I guess for me, I'm just like, Hailey, why are we pretending to be the victim again when we still post things on social media ourselves?
My thing, Madison, is Hailey was someone that was a Jelena shipper. Like, she was a believer. This is, very public knowledge. So did she expect, if she were to take Selena's place, just saying these are the facts, that the reaction wouldn't be what it is today?
Right.
It's almost kind of like you didn't realize what you signed up for. Not saying that it's right, but she should know if she was part of a fandom, right, at one point, and she rose above to be part of the idol relationship, that this would probably be the reaction. No?
No,
or did she just think
exactly. And I think
the Biebers and call it a day?
I guess maybe now, once she got rid of the Jelena shipper and her, she was just going to be queen of the Biebers. But I think you and I have said this a lot. We have no problem with Hailey speaking out against Selena. Obviously, that is totally her business and her right to do. But I think where we struggle is the back and forth. 1 minute, you're going to post a clap back on Instagram, Summer Walker, and then the next you're going to be like, "Oh no, that wasn't a response. Like, you guys are the crazy ones." And then talk about social media being a toxic place. And then you go like certain things that are shady. And I just wish that she would kind of pick which way she's going to go. And if she wants to be petty and kind of be the one who trolls the Jelena shippers and trolls the Celinators, then be that 110% of the time.
I agree. Don't throw stones and then go and hide your hands. Because that's what it appears as if it's happening. Like, she's always pointing the finger, not realizing that there are always a few fingers pointing right back at her. And her hands are not exactly clean, Madison.
Exactly. Okay, let's move on and talk about this Khloe news. So, Khloe, you guys, fans were convinced that she was pregnant with baby number 2 this week. They had clues, they had evidence. They noticed that Khloe was posting a lot from the waist up. They thought the pictures on her grid of her full body were old. We also had people thinking that Khloe was alluding to something, talking about donuts, because Kris was sending her donuts, and that's something that happened the first time around when she was pregnant. It was a lot, to the point that Khloe actually responded to the pregnancy rumors in a series of multiple tweets. She was, calling these rumors disgusting. She was telling people it's sick that they think they know her uterus. She was saying, people are saying nasty things about her over a false story. If it is true, it's her life. She ended her rant saying, "Funny how picky and choosy some can be with who and how you feel others should live their lives." My thing is like, Khloe, you're a reality star. This is literally our job to talk about how you live your life, but whatever. What did you think about all that? Because I thought her tweets were kind of ridiculous.
You know what I think about, Madison? I'm thinking back to an interview that we had with Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill this week on The Morning Tea, which shout out to Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill. And Cynthia had mentioned, if you're going to be a reality star, you have to be a complete reality star. You can't be afraid to like be transparent and show your whole life. So Chloe, your entire career has been showing us your life. I wonder why now all of a sudden there seems to be like a criticism or a reaction off of our criticisms that are keeping you paid. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It seems
exactly.
very, she wants to get the benefits without actually going through the full course of the ecosystem of what she's trying to do with her career. Like, it's our job to comment. That's why you do what you do.
Right. Exactly. And my thing is with her being like, stay out of my uterus, you literally just had a whole storyline on Keeping Up with the Kardashians about freezing your eggs, freezing your embryos, going to the doctor. What are you going to do? So I'm like, you've actually made your uterus a topic of conversation, at least I feel, when you decided to put that out there. If you are talking to people about, going through medical means to make sure you can have another child, I think you're kind of opening the door for people to talk about whether or not you could be pregnant again. That's just me.
Yeah.
My own
and what would Chloe's storyline be like if it wasn't her having a baby?
Right.
Or like trying to conceive. You know what I'm saying? What would her storyline be? Because, girl, it's only a few of y'all still watching Revenge Body, honestly. So, like, what's next if not baby? Right?
I hope it's not Tristan Thompson, because let's talk about everything that happened with him this week. So the initial report came from Gossip of the City, and it was about this third woman claiming that Tristan Thompson is the father of her son. This woman, who we know is Kimberly Alexander, that is her name, it came out later in the week, she had all of these receipts from text messages with Tristan Thompson to DMs. She had documentation showing that Lisa Bloom was her attorney, and then Lisa Bloom dropped her. And essentially, this woman wants to take Tristan back to a DNA testing center, have him test his DNA again, because she feels like the DNA test was not legit. Tristan has ties to this center. The Kardashians have ties to this center. And then the fact that Lisa Bloom fired her, she just felt like it was not legit. And we kind of were with her on that. Then literally the next day, we had this report that Chloe and Tristan sent her a cease and desist letter, essentially saying, if you don't shut your mouth, you're going to be at risk for being sued for millions and millions of dollars.
My thing is, Madison, I'm sure that this woman is not the only person on earth that has ever said that a Kar Jenner or someone within their orbit has had a baby or is pregnant or the father of someone. You get what I'm saying? So my question to the viewer and Madison Hill is, why does this particular woman get so much attention?
Right.
Could
exactly. And she's not backing down. She posted on her story later in the week that, this report, which did report about the cease and desist letter, she was saying it's lies. Her truth will be revealed. Sources spoke to TMZ and said Tristan swears this hookup happened before he was even with Chloe, which is why Chloe's staying out of it for the most part, except for when this woman mentioned her name. I think this is a whole mess that is nowhere near over. And I agree with you. This woman is not backing down, which tells me she must feel pretty strong in her convictions if she is publicly speaking out against Tristan and the Kar Jenners. Wow.
And I feel like if you're someone that knows that you have not slept with anyone but one person during this time period, from these dates to these dates, Madison, I will be screaming from the rooftops as well. No one was touching me during that time. Hey, like, I would be doing that. I just feel like if she's not backing down, Madison, on a Young Sweet Row kind of level, then, there has to be some validity somewhere.
Exactly. Completely agree. Okay, let's move on to the other stories we didn't have time to discuss. First and foremost, this one was really interesting because you and I have talked about the rumors regarding Ellen being disrespectful and kind of mean to her staff. Well, we had a source speak out in a new report of Us Weekly saying that Ellen thought all of these rumors about her were just sour grapes coming from a few haters, but it's not a passing thing. The hits just keep coming. And remember, we had Nikki Tutorials speak out against Ellen, and a lot of her former workers have spoken out against Ellen. It's not backing down, but unfortunately, it's not really affecting her show. This report says that her ratings are continuing to soar. And that kind of surprises me a little bit.
I want to say this. The reason why I think her ratings are fine, Madison, is because the people that watch Ellen don't know about or really care about how Ellen treats her staff or anything that's going on. Like, I know a bunch of older adults that watch Ellen religiously every day, whether they're on the couch or they're not on the couch, and it really doesn't matter if Ellen was slapping an animal. They will still watch Ellen every single day as long as they're giving away TVs, cars, and the like.
I also think, too, all of the Ellen rumors are something you predominantly hear, and I hate even saying this, but when you're in the industry, like when you're in LA, when you're doing what we do, when we have contacts who work there, when we know, you know, like I've known friends of friends who have worked there and who've been like, oh yeah, like that rumor that you can't look her in the eye, that is so true.
Yeah.
So I think when you're outside of this kind of world, it's easier to put that aside and be like, but Ellen's fun and she's the one who dances with us and has fun with us Monday through Friday, you know? It's
or you have people that are like, oh, but I went to her show and she was nice to me. Like, you know what I mean? I've met her one time passing on the street and she was so nice. Well, yeah, it was in passing and it was one time.
Exactly. Also, the last little thing, Queer Eye is coming back for a 5th season. They announced it this week. They're going to Philly. They're going to PA. So,
oh, fun.
I know.
Okay.
I know. So 10
That's
episodes, everybody.
I really like Karamo.
Right? I stand Karamo. I know Karamo pre-Netflix, pre-Queer Eye, and he is one of the sweetest, most down-to-earth humans ever, and I love seeing him win, and I love seeing the Fab Five win. I'm so happy they're back for another season.
As a gay black man, Madison, I never thought that I could be on TV until I saw Karamo on The Real World. Just to remind everyone. So shout out to Karamo, and here we are. Thanks.
We love Karamo. Okay, you guys, it's time to let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about Haley's comments regarding Selena Gomez, what you think about this whole Chloe pregnancy situation, Tristan DNA test situation, and the other headlines we discussed. Let it out down below. Don't forget to tune into the Morning Tea on Monday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.